One of the reasons that Israel is such a dangerous country is because, in essence, it is acting as if we live in the biblical era. In the era where the king made the decisions, the important decisions of wars with its neighbors. As a Jewish state, Israel is constantly in wars with its neighbors, and the person who makes the decisions is the prime minister, who is really acting like a king. There is no system of decision-making in the Israeli society outside the small framework of the prime minister and his cabinets that are really chosen by him, that are dependent on him for their political existence. There is no major discussion about whether to go to war or not, or what are the conditions to go to war in the Israeli Knesset, which is the Israeli legislative body. The Israeli legislative body, the important part of it, is also the Israeli executive branch, which is the prime minister. So there is no system of transparency. There is no system of separation between the legislative and the executive branch. There is no system for separation between religion and government. Israel, by definition, is a Jewish state and becoming more and more Jewish state by its own conduct and its own legislation. And the prime minister has to enhance that vision. And the public has to go along with that vision because the public is incapable of questioning the idea of a Jewish state. The prime minister has political reasons, security reasons, and personal reasons to go to wars, and they do. I'm not only speaking about the current prime minister that has his own personal issues. I'm speaking throughout the existence of the State of Israel since 1948. The prime ministers of Israel always made the decisions to go to war either by themselves or with a small number of cabinet members or consultants around him, which maybe other countries do the same. But in Israel-Palestine, because Israel is a Jewish state, there's another layer, and that is whether the wars could be prevented if Israel was not a Jewish state, if Israel was a democracy, for example, if Israel included the whole area of Israel-Palestine as a secular democracy for everyone. So Israel has an incentive as a Jewish state to be in constant wars, because the constant wars justify the idea, the need for a Jewish state. The prime minister, for example, can always claim that the enemies want to annihilate us because we are Jewish. Okay, we could be Jewish, and we are Jewish, but we could live in a democracy, not necessarily a Jewish democracy, a democracy that incorporates everyone, a democracy that separates between religion and government. If we had done that, many of the wars, probably all of them, would have been prevented. So the Prime Minister is given a reason, an excuse to go to wars, to justify the existence of a Jewish state. The Jews, traditionally, since the creation of the State of Israel, almost unanimously agreed to each and every war until they found out that they are losing the wars, that it is possible to lose the wars. But initially, they justify as a whole. They're not a monolithic society, I agree. But as a whole, the Israeli society supports Israel's war. There is no mechanism in Israel to challenge that notion, to challenge the reason for wars. This is why I support a federal government for the people of Israel and Palestine, to be able to make peace based on a constitution, based on equality for the Palestinians and the Israeli together. Thank you.